Okay. Could you please confirm that I'm audible and everything is okay? Okay, done. Let me share my screen. Yes. Yeah. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Naveen Kumar Nagipogu, presently working as a research project assistant at Institute of Science. I guess no introduction is needed to this. And also at Desapex Engineering Consultants LLP. Desapex is a digital engineering organization which is working towards technology integration in the AEC industry. And I'm also a founding team member at the Construction Leaders. The Construction Leaders is an organization which started with six of civil engineers with a good intentions and to bridge the gap between the academia and the industry. As part of that, we are providing the blogs, podcasts, some video courses, webinars and all frequently. And I have done my bachelor's in technology of civil engineering at IIIT Educate Arke Valley. And today we will talk about the digital transformation in the industry and the AECO industry and the building information modeling. We have come a long way in building the buildings, bridges, and the infrastructure from the traditional construction view. These are the following contents which we are going to cover today. Right from the what is digitalization, digital transformation, and then AECO industry and the project team, and then eventually we will come into the BIM, the building information modeling. Before going into the digital transformation, we have to know about what is digitalization. Then we'll jump into the digital transformation. Say digitization is nothing but, say, for example, uh, there are many physical entities in our surroundings, right? There is a built environment, I can say. Say, for example, I'm a human being, right, in front of your eyes. What it means by digitization means if you take a picture of me, then what you are doing there? You are going to see on a screen, on a monitor, in a digital representation, right? That is digitization. Similarly, in the AECO industry, we have a building. We are going to scan that and we are going to make it as a computerized file, right? That is digitization. Simply physical to digital. And when we talk about the digitalization, it's more about the process of optimizing that. Say we have a iPhone 13 and we have a small any mobile with a camera. There is a difference between the two mobile devices, right? In terms of the process they run, in terms of the quality it is producing. To make any product or to do any work, there are certain steps, right? And the intelligence is hiding there up to how simplify manner you can bring that. I hope you are getting. It's about the optimizing the process or the data. Digitalization means. And when we combine this digitization and the digitalization, then we will step out into the real world and we'll start making it as a business model. Then we will get the business. We have supply chain, we have logistics and all. When we talk in depth about the construction industry and how the goods and everything moves. And when we talk about the digital transformation in the construction industry, say the AECO industry, do you remember how we generally take measurements on land? Obviously, if we ask any layman or any fresher, traditional site worker or masonry in general, they will they will say with the help of a tape or with the help of a chain. Obviously, we have chains also to measure the distances, right? That comes under the traditional practice. When we talk about the digital transformation, then we will have sophisticated technology to digitize to digitalization and to make fully into a grown digital transformation. We have a sophisticated laser technology now, laser scanning technology to scan the buildings and to measure the things to get it however we want. And we will step into the industry now. The AECO industry, the industry which deals, which talks related to, which serves related to the architecture, the engineering, construction, and the operations and maintenance, is called the AECO industry, and it is a very big industry. We know, right? When we take India, in India, the agriculture sector is big one, right? And more people are relying on the agricultural sector. After that, we can say the construction industry is a big one. And when you talk about the worldwide also, it is very active in terms of technology adoption also in international arena. Yeah, as I mentioned, the construction industry in India, we have two major segments like real estate and urban development segment. Under real estate, we can see residential, office, retail, hotels, and all. And under urban development segment, we have the urban transport, schools, healthcare, and etc. When we talk the economy and the share in the GDP of the construction industry, it is 9%. Are you able to imagine the 9% amount in the GDP of the nation? It's really a big amount. And the construction, through the construction industry, the people are getting employed up to the 51 million. That's really huge. When we talk about the industry sectors in the AECO industry, we have from the residential, non-residential, and following. We'll talk in depth about that. Residential sector, simply the people, the place, the sector where people usually live. And commercial, this is the place where people will be meeting but not living there itself. Say, for example, we have commercial hotels and all, we have schools, hospitals. People generally meet there. Say, we'll have a business talk, we'll have a needful work there. They will live. They won't stay there. That is commercial sector. And when it comes to the mixed use sector, this is the place where we can combine the residential place where people live and the commercial where the people meet for the business purposes and all. That is comes under the mixed use sector. And coming to infrastructure, this is very important to the human survival and to the human connection. Imagine you are at the place where you are not having any access to a road, a bus station, or a railway station, or anything to move from one place to another place. Can you imagine that? No, right? The infrastructure is playing a very important role. We can consider it as a roads, bridges, sewer lines, electrical lines, and all. That comes under infrastructure sector. And coming to industrial, it is again very big one. The energy and the goods includes in this industrial sector. It's a deal with the very big and complex things. We are able to see here the oil refineries, the manufacturing and facilities, factories, data centers, and all. And we will try to look into the construction phases also. As we are talking about the AECO industry, we have broadly three construction stages and phases: pre-construction, construction, and post-construction. And pre-construction, what it means is it's about the background work. Generally, people are aware about the construction work, what is actually happening in front of the eyes. They don't know what happened behind the scenes, behind the drawings. Everything will come under the pre-construction, and this is the phase where we will be asking what has to be built, when it has to be built, why it needs to be built, how it is going to, and the project delivery method. Is it a design bid build or a design build, like that? We will look into everything. And this is the phase where an idea will be converting into the initiation conceptualization plan first. And this is the phase where we are going to answer related to planning, design, contractor selection, scheduling plus budgeting, and project delivery methods. See, if you see any one textbook, you will find four or five. If you see any another, you will find three. There are many, but in a broad manner, in our India, we can consider there are two majorly: design build and design build. In the case of design build, what is happening is, say, the owner is going to communicate with a person who is going to and build, who is going to build a facility for him. Design build, only one person will be there or one firm will be there. They're going to take care about the design and the building of the structure. In design build, it will be different. Say design will be done by one person, and then in between you will go for bidding, and then another person will take the charge and will go for construction executing, that is build. And this is the good representation, I think. We are able to see here what is happening in the design bid build and what is happening in the design build. In first case, owner is contacting a two people or a two firms. In design build, only one. After that, we can have a many subcontracts and all. That is a different story. And coming to the construction, and it is everything which we are witnessing. It is happening in front of our eyes, right? This is a construction phase. The marking, excavation, concreting, big masonry, everything happening in front of our eyes, and we are able to witness everything. That is construction phase. And coming to the post construction, see, it is not mean that you are an engineer or you are a contractor, you planned a building, you design a building, and you just constructed and you lift. No, it's not like that. After the construction of a facility, there will be more with post construction, I mean operations and maintenance. That is the phase where you are going to experience that feel inside the building or facility, how you are going to live in that. That will come under the post construction operations and maintenance. And this is one more good representation, and we are able to see here the role spaces and in the design bid build, because design bid build is a somewhat longer process, right? When it comes to only the design build, we are able to see here up to how long the owner will be there: architect, general contractor, and subcontractor, vendors, and all. And we look into the team. Say, in the ASO industry, if you go to the top view and see, then obviously you will be able to see owners, designers, and contractors typically. And specialty contractors also will be there. And typically, we will call it as a project team, including the owners, designers, contractors. And we generally call a general contractor as a prime contractor in the industrial terms. And owner, I mean the project people. We talked about the owner, general contractor, designer, right? We will talk about each and every person. Owners are the visionaries, because They only will take the idea, they only will take the initiation, right? Without the owners there is no business. So we call in the industry these owners as a developer or the client and general contractor. General contractor can be a firm or a person, I can say. I mean, people usually refer, he is a contractor, he is a contractor like that. But contractor can be a firm also. And we are going to hand over the project to a general contractor. And then many sub branches and sub people, subordinates will be there and design team. And this is the team where vision will be given to the owners. I mean, these people will develop the concept in detail from the initiation, whatever there in the one's mind. These people will try to develop a physical prototype or a plan and a design related to that. Architects and we all know, right? We are having the architects in our industry. I do respect very much the architects because really in a project, first of all, if a owner wants to build something or get a facility done, then the first person he contacts is a architect. That much importance is there. And let me tell you what is happening in the industry. Say the owner will be there, the owner will be reaching first either an architect or a general contractor. It's okay if he contact directly the architect. What if he directly contact the contractor? In the contractor team also there will be an architect, architecture firm, architectures, I can say. They are the people who is going to study about the space, plan the space, and the first they are going to give the layout of the space for the designers. We will have having engineers, right? We have civil, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, fire protection engineers and all. These people will be getting an input from the architect. We have architecture engineers, as we mentioned earlier. We'll talk about each and everybody. Regarding architecture engineers, we already spoken. Civil engineers, we all know very well. Related to civil engineering people, their roles and responsibilities, what will be doing and all. After the architect, these are the people who comes into the picture in the project. And we have many disciplines in civil engineering also, like transportation, geotechnical, structural, and all. After that, electrical engineers. See, what I want to convey is the AECO industry is not only meant for the civil and architects. No, it's not at all. It's more about how many disciplines will come, coordinate, collaborate, and make things done. For example, say by combining the architects and the civil engineering people, you are able to build the facility. Is that fine? Are you going to live in just that facility? No, right? You should be having a proper air, ventilation, and conditioned air, and the lighting components, electrical fixtures, and all to live safely and happily inside the facility. That's why we will talk more about the electrical engineers also and mechanical engineers also. And I want to mention here, see, when it comes to the AECO industry or any building or any infrastructure, we will be having HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, refrigeration. That is the place where these mechanical engineers come into the picture, and the percentage of mechanical engineers in the involvement of HVAC is more and more. And I suggest to civil engineering people also look into the HVAC, because once you come out of a university, of a college, after your course, academic course done, then as far as I concern and I have observed in the industry, you will be considering as an engineer, done, not as a specially he's a civil engineer. He will be doing work only related to civil only. He will be mechanical, not only are related to mechanical. I mean, interdisciplinary is playing a very, very important role. You are not allowed to say, sir, I am a civil engineer. I do this work only. I am a mechanical engineer. I do this work only. No, not like that. It's okay. We studied more about our core in the academics, but in the industry, you should have a interdisciplinary knowledge and skills is uh, more better. And contractors and vendors, and say after the general contractor there will be some subordinates like vendors, also specialty contractors we can call. And this is one more important thing. What happened in my engineering was, see, the estimation costing was in my third year, and it's like more about an elective rather than a core subject, I mean, at the time. So at the time you were able to do the estimation and costing for a small buildings, for a small facilities, but not on a big scale. But after coming into the industry, what I felt is, oh my God, there is a specialization for estimation and costing also. Quantity estimation and takeoff is there, right? That is one specialization. And if a student is having a good knowledge and skill in estimation and costing, means done. In industry, he can he can live like anything. And like this, whenever we say the IISc industry, many people are coming, right? First, we started with the general contractor and then architect, civil engineer, electrical, mechanical. We will go in depth into the plumbing, fire protection, and all. So, these people need to come to one place and should work. Otherwise, what happens? uh, classes will be there, right? The architectural will design in a different manner. The civil structural engineer will design in a different manner. Whenever we combine the architecture and structural work, then classes will happen. And about related to services, the mechanical, electrical, you don't limit your thinking in terms of a small facility, a small building, like a S3 story or a 2 BHK or an apartment like that. Think in depth about how the big residential apartments and the commercial buildings, the data centers, warehouses are being built, really complex structures, right? The people has to come and should work collaboratively and coordinate themselves to remove any clashes. And that is where we'll talk about the building information modeling. We have a broad area like virtual design and construction. In that one, a part is building information modeling, and everything we call it as a digital construction. We'll look into it. Building information modeling. I kept intentionally so much chest means I will try to simplify it. See, building information is a process. I can say it is supported by various tools and technologies, and the process happens through the common data environment. It's like generating the data and managing the information flow. And it works with the help of the 3D model, because whatever we are tracking the information, that information we are going to insert into the 3D model. That's about the building information modeling. Of course, we can talk more about it. That's okay. We'll look further. And see, we can see some of the definitions here who are given by the ISO, International Organization for Standardization and all, PAS and BS, National Building Specifications and all. These are some definitions. And where we can use this building information modeling, I can say across the life cycle of the any built facility. No matter either it is a planning, designing, executing, or operational maintenance, we can use the building information modeling. And who can use that? Is this only related to an architecture or a structural? No, it's not only related to, it's not only limited. Many people can be use the building information modeling. Say here I mentioned the consultants and planners, the building owners and facility managers, architects and system integrators. Anybody can use it. And we'll talk somewhat a little history about it. See, there is nothing called overnight success or overnight development. Everything developed over the period of time, right? Like that, this BIM is a process. We can say technology, BIM technology, developed from the 1970s. I can say the first coined the BIM, building information modeling, in 1970s. After that, everybody come to know, and many people are aware by 2000s. It took nearly 30 years, more than 30 years, I can say. And the United Kingdom has shown very much interest in building information modeling, and they did so much research and they developed the standards also. That is ISO 19650, and they launched in January 2019. And this is a little history about that, when the first BIM coined, and then when the AutoCAD, and when say Bentley founded. You know, right? The Autodesk, the Bentley Systems, the Trimble. These are big organizations which are involved in both the information side as well as this ASO industry side. And Revit, you know, right? Revit, we are using the 3D modeling software. Not only Revit, there are many things, but I took here an example Revit software. And when we talk about this BIM maturity, BIM levels, we have from 0 to 3. We'll talk each and everything. BIM level 0, it is also called as a unmanaged CAD. And that was the time where people used it to plan, design, and do everything on the papers, I can say. And then they transform it to the 2D, the computer aided design or drafting. Then started using this AutoCAD. And at that time, no two people can work on a single file. Whenever a person is working on one file, then no other person is allowed to, I mean, there is no such a facility or a technology which allows him also to work together with other person on a single file. So that no collaboration. And BIM level 1, this is where the 3D concept has evolved and people started developing in 3D also. And obviously from 3D we can extract the 2D drawings very easily. And that is the level where the CDE introduced the common data environment. At the time also, no full collaboration, but data used to share. And coming to BIM level, I can say it is what happening in the industry right now. We have a 3D CAD models, and people are able to work on single files. I can say partially, not fully, partially. And say what happens in the industry is, it is not like that only one person is going to work on a project. We have architectural and different engineers, right? They will be working, say, in a very traditional manner. They will be working independently, and whenever they have to come closer and they need to work, then classes takes place. But here what is happening is, before mm, executing any work, before it actually happening in a real world, we can see, we can analyze each and everything in a virtual environment. Whatever you are seeing the first picture, say this one, that is related to, I can say, mechanical and electrical. I mean, electrical in terms of panels will be there, electrical components and wiring, everything will be there. And mechanical will be having HVAC. You know, right? Have you ever seen the ducts? Yeah, used for air conditioning. to distribute the conditioned air and all in the rooms and places. Ducts will be there. These are all separate. Only one is not going to design everything. Whenever the work is being done independently, then they have to coordinate, right? That is the place when this in a BIM, in any software platform, we will be merging each and everything: architectural model, the structural model, and the electrical, mechanical, each and every model we will be merging there. We will be coordinating there, and that model is called as a federated model. And coming to the level 3, and full collaboration between all disciplines, I can say it is like a open BIM. It is not there is no definition which is fully agreed on this. People are saying it is a future. Soon we are going to witness this, and after the maturity levels we will go for BIM dimensions. We have a dimensions from 3D to 10D also. 8D, 9D, 10D also there, but not in full exploration stage. Right now we are able to implement up to the 7D. Of course, maybe somewhere people are implementing 8D also. And 3D, we know, right? The 2D, when we talk about the 2D, we'll be having the X and Y. I mean 2D, X and Y. And after the 2D, 3D, we will be having X, Y, Z also. We will be able to see from each and every direction however we want the 3D model, and each and every element in a 3D. And coming to this fourth dimension of the BIM, it is not 4 dimensions, it is the fourth dimension, where we will be having the time and schedule and the 3D model. We will be linking the time schedule into the 3D model. And I won't say it is only 3D model, I can say it is an intelligent 3D model. Once you step into the industry, and when you start working on the real life problems project, then we will come to know everything, no issues. We will come to know along with the time how is the progress of construction work going. Say in the next 3 months, in the next 3 years, what will be the progress of our project. With the help of the schedule and sequencing, we will be able to witness that before actually constructing the project in real site. And 5D BIM, I mentioned the cost and estimation, right? Do you know the traditionally how quantity estimation and takeoff is being done? If you know, that's great. And here the 5D BIM plays very important role in automatic manner extraction of the cost and the quantities. We will be having the 3D model of the building or a facility, right? Obviously, we'll be having each and every component related to building. Then it will be easy to just extract with a very ease of work manner. And 60, it's more about the sustainability and how the environment is going to impact your structure, or the what will be happening to your structure, or the energy which is used by your structure, is that okay or not. And we will be taking more about the carbon dioxide also. It's more in terms of technical. Sustainability is playing very important role, and this is one of the trending topic in the industry. 7D BIM, it's more about the operations and maintenance, that is nothing but the facility management. I mentioned already, right? It's not only about the building a facility and just handing over it. It's more about that. It's taking care after the building stage also. You will be having all the data related to maintenance operation manuals in the model itself. That is 7D BIM. And this is an example of a dashboard. I mean, facility management dashboard. We'll be notifying each and everything here. What's happening in our facility? Is there any problem? Then we will be notifying automatically. And there are many platforms By using the Internet of Things, the sensors and all will be getting notified automatic. And what if you use not much sophisticated technology, then people only has to uh, give an input into this. And this is one pictorial representation from 3D to 70, whatever we discussed so far. And I have a video for you also. I mentioned right, the building information modeling is more about the information which are getting inserted into the model. Here we can see that model element and information attached to the model. The software is Revit. See, they clicked on one table and then they are showing the information. That is the beauty of this model. We have a level of detail and development kind of things also, but that's a different story. But here our focus will be on the information side. Say they clicked on one wall and what will be the information in that wall. Everything will be able to see here. And that's what the information. And here they clicked on that. Here I think they are going to click on, they're going to show, yeah, they're showing about the chair. See, that much information this chair will be having. And that is about the roof. What is the material, what is the specification, each and everything we will be able to insert into the model. That is the information. And we look into some BIM standards and guidelines. You know, there are multiple countries which did research on building information modeling and developed the standards and guidelines, right from the United Kingdom and then United States, VSU and Finland, Australia and all. And so far in India, we don't have a fixed standards related to the BIM. We can expect soon. And I mentioned, right, we have a standard guidelines to building information modeling. That is ISO 19650, part 1 and 2. In the part 1, it's more about the concepts and principles. Uh, as of now, mean this time we don't have to worry about these things. And in part 2, delivery phase of assets and assessment, and in this is very important where we'll be generating all the data related to the project and we'll be sharing. And what is there in the standards is how we have to proceed further. What is the process? We are telling BIM is a process, right? What is the process that you have to follow? That will be there in these standards. It's okay. We talked about the BIM and we talked about how it is working. Then what will be getting after the BIM? The benefits, obviously. What will be the benefits? I listed some of the benefits here. And visualize projects in pre-construction. As I mentioned already, see, we have a design in our hands. And if we implement a 3D model of the same design, then we will be able to visualize that, right? How it will be in the real environment, on site, how it will be. That's more about the visualization side. And better coordination and class detection. As I mentioned earlier, we will be having architects, civil engineers, different designers, mechanical, electrical. Whenever we combined all the models into a single model and the federated model, we can say, then we can run the clash detection test. Let's see whether any architectural element is getting clash with the electrical or mechanical element. It's really nice, right? What if you face a problem while executing really on site? It consumes your time, money, and each and everything, resources and all. And what if we able to find the challenges, classes before executing anything? It's nice, obviously, right? It means the better coordination and class direction. If we find anything that electrical component is getting clash with the mechanical component, then we'll go to discussion what is happening there and who has to resolve this issue. Like that, the decision making will be there based upon the results and improved schedule and sequence. As I mentioned in 4D BIM, we will be able to calculate, we will be able to visualize that what will be the construction progress or the period of time. And model based cost estimate, it is about the more quantity takeoff and estimation. And obviously, I mentioned common data environment, right? That's like a digital space, a central repository to the project where all the documents will be storing there and will be giving access to respective teams and people. We can't send each and every time a person to the site, right? If anything needed. That's why this digital is playing very important role. You can keep your documents and you can keep your files. You can share your files with each and everybody, with person whoever you want from the central repository. Then obviously people will access the right information on the right time, right people. Transparency and many more. It's whenever we are using a platform or technology like a BIM, what happens is everything will be computerized, right? I mean, here, excuse me, here everything will be happening in front of our eyes, like a transparency, and the documents which will be preparing during the project proposal, tender proposal, and execution plan and all, it will be visible to us. And let me give you a simple example. See, it is a computerized, it's a software kind of thing, platforms we are going to use in the BIM. BIM is not a software, but supported by various softwares. That way I'm mentioning softwares here, don't get confused. And say for example we have a calculator. If we type 3 plus 5, then it will give the result 8. And this many calculations, what happens when it comes to the human mind and human observation, there will be a chance of getting wrong. Human can say anything, human can write anything, whatever he wants and whatever he gets. There is a chance of going towards error side when we deal with the human, and there are less chances with the machine with software. And it is about the BIM implementation status in India. And I will, yeah, here we are able to see the India, but let me tell you, uh, there is awareness in India, and there is also implementation in India related to the BIM, but not in a very big manner. When we talk about some foreign countries like UK and Singapore, Finland, all these kind of countries, they mandated the BIM. They did mandate. They have to use the BIM for sure. In India, that is not mandated, and that's why we are not able to see the India here. And what are the barriers to implement this BIM in the India? We have different types of barriers like technical barriers, people barriers, and in terms of education training barriers also, and legal barriers, commercial barriers. Let me tell you. See, we are using softwares, right? And do you have any idea that the costware package cost It's pretty high, and that's why initial cost will be somewhat high to set up BIM technology or a BIM softwares and hardwares. And that's why I guess, and many literature also mentioned that this is one of the reason why there is no fast adoption or implementation starts in India. And it's more about the general contractors and the market players also. They also should show the interest to adopt the technology into the construction industry. And we'll look into the opportunities available, and these are all the roles. I mean, if you go to the top view of the BIM and see, these people will be visible there, right from the BIM manager, coordination specialist, and all. And modelers, we will be having designers, project managers. I mentioned, right, the virtual design and construction will be having the managers. It's okay. It is on the top view, broad manner. But if we jump inside, then we'll be having more and more roles and responsibilities. See here, many people are there. MEP, electrical, plumbing, BIM modelers, architecturals, managers, designers, and all. These are all the roles available in the BIM industry. Anybody can choose anything, you can excel in that field. And I think we came to the end of the presentation, and these are some references I used it from the internet. And thank you. Yes. Yeah, thank you very much. That's about the presentation. And what I observed during my academics and what I felt after entering into the industry is, it's okay to go to core area and focusing more on the academic side if you are going to higher studies and all. But after the graduation, if we are looking to enter into the industry, means we should have a certain skill set that which is really playing very important role in the industry. Say for example, we are civil engineers and we are want to pursue a career in the industry after the BTech itself. Then you better to develop a skill set like in the building information modeling. First of all, to enter into this industry, we should have a skill set related to say the knowledge first and the software tool knowledge, and then the process knowledge, and then the domain knowledge and all. If anybody wants to pursue a career in the building information modeling, then it's better to start with our 2D AutoCAD and then 3D. We are having multiple softwares, say right from the Revit, Autodesk products we have, the Bentley products we have, and we have many Vectorworks we have, Namancheka products we have, Trimble products we have. Many products are there, and you do some sort of research from your side uh, present in the industry, which is in demand and which is popular, then you can start working on that. And by the end of the graduation, what the companies expect, or say personally I expect from a graduate is, they should be having a basic proficiency in technically, and in terms of the tool knowledge also. It's not only more technical and just oral speaking, because at the end of the day, people ask you to show the productivity. It's not like how much you studied in your graduation, but how much you implemented practically. Obviously, right, if you step into any company, then You not will be only limited to the studying the subjects and presenting them. It's more about doing the work there, implementing the work there. So it's better to start with if anybody wants to pursue a career in building information modeling, then I suggest them to start with AutoCAD, and then 3D softwares are there, and then 4D softwares also there. We have learning sites also like Autodesk Learner. We can have a student account there. We can step into that and we can enroll many courses, and we can learn ourselves own, and we will be having instructors also there. We should develop a portfolio in the sense the practice whichever you done with related to softwares and all. Say you know AutoCAD, say we have a winter semester, 2 months we dealt with the AutoCAD. Whatever the work you done, you better to save that. You better to make a document out of that. Then whenever you are apply and save, in the case of 3D modeling Revit also, say for student, I guess we have a student free license from 1 year to 3 years. You can install that Revit software in your PC and you can play with it. You better to start making 3D models. It's a start from whatever you know, whatever the basic knowledge you have, you can. And we have learning resources in learning platforms and in YouTube also. YouTube really it means a lot, and it is the biggest thing. We have many learning resources in that. You can develop your own portfolio by practicing and by making many models and drawings in that. You have to convert everything into a document like a PDF. You can attach that PDF into your resume. Done. Hardly people are maintaining resume 1 page or 2 page. It's okay. And it's better to add your portfolio to the resume, right? Whenever you are applying for a company, then a HR manager or a person who is going to hire you will see your work. Then they will think, yes, this person is having already a skill set, so better to hire him. Then we don't have to train him or teach him particularly, right? It will consume more again time, the resources and all, and finance also. So being a student itself, if you equip with the skills whatever the industry is expecting, then it will be well and good, right? And that's what I felt. If anybody wants to pursue a career in building information modeling, then better to start from the theoretical knowledge, technical knowledge, and then the softwares like AutoCAD, 2D, 3D, and the Revit. And we will be having 4D also. Okay, it's okay. And once you get into the industry, then you will be learning everything like this. Believe me, the moment you entered into the corporate world or any company, then automatically you will learn, obviously, because you will be working in that type of environment where everybody will be working and they will be sharing the knowledge, they will be teaching and all. It will be very easy. And what I see is in this time, people are civil mechanical, people are migrating to another field. It's okay, it's depend upon the individual, but as I forecast is the industry, the market is so big in the construction. You can live, you can live like however you want. The thing is you have to make a difference. You have to make a difference among you people yourself in your society. Competition is also more. If you are having the so many skills and the knowledge, then you are going to play a very important role. Then people require you, they will pay you. Like it's a demand and supply. Whenever you are equipped with the same skills, your friend also equipped with the same skills, then there is a competition. And what if you learn more than your friend, then obviously the opportunity going to hug you. That's your take. And in this fast-paced environment and in this industry, we are not allowed to say, "I'm a civil engineering. graduate, I will do this thing only. No, it's not like that. And what I have seen in my engineering and now also from the professors is, and right, the programming languages we have, the computer programming languages, the C, the Python. Don't limit yourself to only the civil engineering boundary. The push the boundaries and learn the Python C languages also, because the future is more about the automation, and whatever the softwares you are using, this AutoCAD 2D and Revit 3D and all, they use the programming languages and they develop the platforms. It will be like that the future. And software development is a part of the ECU industry. We are hiring some computer science graduates to develop a software for our organization or company. What if a civil engineer having the knowledge and the skill set of Python and the CMC, then you'll be getting paid more, right? At the time you will be considering as a civil engineer and also a computer science engineer. Done, win-win situation. And the thing is, don't limit yourself. If you try to push the boundaries, then obviously you will go a long way and you will be making more out of it. And that's what I felt and I thought to share. And yeah, coming to the mini projects and major projects, and it's okay to deal with the concrete and the soil for a long time, it's okay. But it's okay to jump somewhat out from the soil and concrete and see how the automations are being done in the construction industry and how the things are getting connected in the construction industry. It's not only construction industry is not only about building a structures, a facility with cement, concrete, reinforcement, and brick mortar, right? It's more than that. It's not only about the geotechnical investigation, soil, clay, and all. It's not only about the structures. There are many things which related to interdisciplinary things in the civil engineering also, in the AEC industry also. uh, I suggest you to look into this type of aspect also. And uh, and I got influenced by my the mini project and the major project guide Chaitanya sir, and the in terms of exploration and technical fest and what is happening in the industry by Vishwanath sir. We went to and we went to the Bengaluru and Amaravati SRM University to explore what is happening in the construction industry and green technologies related to the new normal construction industry. The most sophisticated technology will be showcasing there. Being a student, it is very important to explore more and more. It's okay to do a mini project, major project related to our traditional the construction methods and geotechnical transportation and building materials. But I suggest you try to look into the technology sides also, because see, the buildings are not going to build, the buildings are going to manufacture, remember it. Do you know the modular construction, the prefabrication, the precast? That is the future. Will be the new normal. Do you know the McKinsey and the Harvard Business Review and the KPMG, PwC? These sort of people will do the survey and will be publishing the result. You better to try to look into that. Then you will be imagining the future. What is happening and what will be happening. Better to connect the things. Right now I am in engineering, I am studying these subjects. I want to do this. To do this, what skill set I should have? If I have the skill set, then what is the next step? If I step into this, then what will be the opportunities I will be getting? What will be my career? You have to connect. And I believe in the compounding effect. You start doing work on one thing which is getting connected with your related things, then it will give result for sure. And that's what I felt. And I think I'm not able to see any questions here. We'll take some more time. We'll take some more time. Yeah, it's okay. As I mentioned already, this building information modeling, it is an emerging trend technology in the ACO industry, and people who want to pursue their career can come and pursue here. It is going to be future. And before end this, I just want to show you related to the construction industry. I mean the construction leaders. As I mentioned, six of civil engineers we started the construction industry. A platform called Construction Leaders. Uh, See, this is the organization, or we can say a platform to help the civil engineering students and the professionals. This is the place where we'll be meeting with each and everybody. And I am one of the founding team member of this. You are seeing here, I am here. I generally do take care about all the blogs kind of things, and we also do conduct the webinars and all. And you should make use of each and everything. You should not leave any opportunity to grow, to increase the network. You better to have a good network, then opportunity will come for sure. And we have a blogs here, and here blogs see, I will be dealing with the building information modeling here. Like that, we have many people which who deals with the structural and quality assurance and quality control people also. And here you can register. You can register for free lifetime account. Then you will be getting automatically whatever we publish and whatever the webinars we will be conducting, each and everything. And soon we will release the courses also. Each and everything will be for free. There will be no charge. And better to explore these type of platforms, organizations to make use of our career. And this is more relevant to the triple ITs. We have connections from Marke Valley, Srikakulam, Basara, and Newswood also. It's really appreciable that people, student contacted us from the institutions, and they are ready to do volunteering work and ready to learn softwares from the construction leaders platform, and they want to excel more. Because this is a platform where the people are having the connections. Say right now I am in working in an organization. I can connect the students to the that working organizations. They can offer internships or industrial visits, kind of things. Then obviously exploration will be there. And one more thing which I want to tell you personally is marketing for ourselves. See, we are in the 21st century. I can say this 2022. You have to explore yourself. For example, we have a platform called LinkedIn, where the professionals, employers, employees, everybody we will be meeting, right? you better to make use of that platform. You create your profile and you will mention there, I'm a so and so person, I did my bachelor of technology in civil engineering, graduated from so and so university, and these are the subjects what I studied, and this is the work what I did. You have to for example, you I suggest you to see my profile. I come to know about the LinkedIn in my engineering third year, and then I started using it. So that with the help of that, I got many opportunities. From among that, I chosen one, and I am here now. Uh, it's really good to have a connection in the industry. You can go through my profile. You can search my name Naveen Kumar Nagipogu. You can find my LinkedIn profile and the structure way I structured everything, and I kept. And recently, to help the people, I started sharing my knowledge through YouTube channel also. You can search Naveen Kumar Nagipogu YouTube channel. It will be there, and that is the place where I will be sharing and all. And similarly, we do have social media accounts to construction leaders also, and it's better to follow some organizations, some platforms to get the updates what is happening in the industry, and stay connected with your faculty and seniors also. They will be working or they will be pursuing their higher studies, they will be sharing each and everything with you. That's really nice. And try to learn from the people. We have a small life, it's not possible to learn each and everything by ourselves in our small life. You better to interact with the people and learn from their experiences, from their meetings, from their mistakes also. It will be very good to you. And finally, okay, I would like to thank the RGU Alumni Association who contacted me. And I also studied 6 years right at one place at RGU Valley. It was heaven. I can say still now heaven. And again, I am planning to have a visit there to conduct a workshop. Let's see. And I'm thankful to the Department of Civil Engineering and my faculty. See, right from my mini project to major project guide Chaitanya sir, and then summer internship guide Sarvan sir. And when you talk about the flexible payment, rigid payment, the transportation engineering and the surveying, Amresh sir, and then structures Rambopal sir. And we also have a construction planning and management professional. I've been from IIT Madras, our Vishwanath sir. And we do have Sweta madam and Sravanti madam also at the time, and Anusha madam, Kalpana madam, Ravi sir. I do remember each and everybody. And Sir Venkatesh sir, soil mechanics, the geotechnical engineering and environmental engineering, Rupas sir. I do remember each and everyone. And I really spent very good time in our Arjukit Valley. I learnt a lot. And, mm, and I guess this is the right moment, right time to share. Yes, it's worth a lot. It's worth a lot. After the SSC, directly getting into the university, a place like Triple IT, it's very big thing, and there it is a turning point in my life too. And you people are studying there now. You people are there. Try to utilize each and every opportunity and each and every resource, and try to look into the technology sides also. That's what I insist, because it's not only about working in silos, it's also about connecting people. Done. Thank you very much. I hope this session is helpful to you, may helpful to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, see you. And you can find me. You can find me in any social media platform. I am very much active in the LinkedIn, and I do have a YouTube channel. I will be sharing the knowledge there, and I am very happy to help the people, the civilian society. and we do have many learning resources. I am okay to share each and everything with you, and there is no hide and seek game here. We can learn together, we can grow together, we can go a long way. Try to work in the team environment, then the result will be more. Done. Thank you very much. I think we can end the session now. Thank you for each and everybody.